What's happening, y'all? So, I just got back a little bit ago from seeing The Nun II. I'm a Conjuring franchise universe fan. I've seen all of them except the first Nun and the first Annabelle. I tried watching the first Nun a while back. I still need to finish it. Wasn't a big fan from what I saw at the most part so far when I saw it, But I've seen everything else, and, all three Conjuring movies, I thought they were all three okay. They weren't great or anything, in my opinion. La Llorona, I thought was okay, Second Annabelle Creation, did not like that one, hated it. The third one, Comes Home, I thoroughly enjoyed that one. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And this one, it's actually kind of funny because I sent a request to this thing where they were having a screening in California, a couple months ago. And, they never got back to me, so I didn't end up going. But, after seeing this one, kind of glad I didn't waste my time. You know what I mean? Kind of glad I didn't, because after seeing it now, it would have been a waste of time. You know what I mean? But, the movie itself isn't bad. It's not horrible. But the fact that I've had 4 letdowns in a row, it's never happened to me. That I know, it might have, but, Boy Beetle, Strays, Equalizer 3, The Nun 2, it's really disappointing and sad and it's scary for me because I have a feeling that I'm about to have a 5th letdown next week with Haunting in Venice. If you've been watching my channel for a while, I haven't been excited for that movie. Not one bit. But going into the movie, so there is a mid-credit scene. The mid-credit scene is cool. It's cool. And it sets up another movie that I was excited for. Now, I'm more excited for it. Very, very excited. I need the movie now. I cannot wait. It doesn't have a release date yet. Not gonna say what it is, but y'all all probably know what I'm talking about. But, okay. Let's talk about the good things first. The good things. Vera Farmiga's daughter in this, Taissa, I think is how you say her name, Farmiga, and Storm Reed's, I was gonna say relationship, but let's say relationship. Their friendship in this movie, their dynamic dynamic towards each other was the best part of the movie. It was great. I enjoyed them on screen together the whole time. It was really fun seeing both of them together. It was scary. I wouldn't say it was over the top scary, but I know people were saying that it was the scariest and the most violent in the Conjuring movie. From what I've seen, again, I haven't seen the first Nun or the first Annabelle, so I've seen bits and pieces, but I can't really say anything. But from what I've seen the other films that I remember, it is probably the most violent. I have to attest to that. It is probably the most violent. It is probably the most scariest. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's definitely the most scariest in the aspect of it being a horror movie, And, there are... What was I going to say? I would say I'm a person that... I didn't hate the first Conjuring. Well, I thought it was okay, But I need to watch it again. I'm willing to watch it again. But I didn't find it all that scary, I really didn't. Like most people. But I will watch it again. But anyways, so going back to the positives in this movie. So, the dynamic between the two sisters was great. It was scary and, creepy. Man, what else? The mid-credit scene was great. Man, what else? The characters were likable. I actually enjoyed the characters on screen. They were very, very likable. I thought the acting was good for the most part. It was good. I can't really think of any more positives. Really can't. Now, going into the negatives, there are a lot of negatives in this movie. I felt like, so the movie is an hour and 50-something minutes, I think. Felt like it was way longer than that. It was way longer than that. Like, I was like, this is not an hour and 50 minutes, but it was, you know. So the pacing was off, you know. The setting, wasn't a fan of the setting. The dialogue, it's a typical dialogue, which you get in a horror movie. It has a generic feel to it. It really does. They put a MacGuffin in this, you know. There are things in this movie that I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, that looked like stock footage, and you'll know what I mean when you see the movie. There are 3 instances of that. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it in the final battle, and you'll know what I'm talking about. One that includes a hallway, one that includes a portrait, and I didn't mind it, but I just found it weird, you know? I didn't hate it, but I just found it weird that they couldn't use something new. You know what I mean? And I was like, I've seen that before. And then that goes for the mid-credit scene too. I might be wrong on that, but I think we've seen it before, the footage using the mid-credit scene. You'll know what I'm talking about, and I could be wrong. Y'all let me know. Y'all comment down below. But I think that they've used that before. I don't know, though. But, what else? The nun barely shows up in the movie. She mostly shows up, for the most part, at the end. I mean, she shows up here and there, but it's like they sidelined her for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, it was very, very weird to me. What else? The tone was fine. Visual effects were fine. Man, what else? Really wasn't any score. Oh man, I had it, and I can't think of it now. Did I already talk about acting? Acting was fine. I already talked about dialogue. It was fine. It was, you know, same with the acting. Man, what else? There's a thing at the end that, okay, I'm really confused on one thing they did in the end, and it has to do with when they're at the final, when the final battle is happening. There's flashbacks, and you'll hear someone talk. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see the movie, and I'm very confused about that. I don't know what that's about, because this is directly after the first Nun, and those two were way before the Conjuring movies, you know. There's something that happens with the Nun II where I'm like, what? I don't know, it's weird, but I'm trying to think of other things just off the top of my head. Man, I don't know. I'm afraid if I end this video, I'm going to remember, and then I won't be able to put it in this. Man, just overall, you know, it's a typical horror movie. It's not anything perfect. It's not great, you know. You don't need to rush out to go see it. If you want, just wait for it on streaming. It'll probably be on Max in less than a month, you know, or even a few weeks. But, you know, it's probably... Well, Annabelle Comes Home was my favorite Conjuring movie as of right now. The Annabelle 2 Creation is probably my least favorite. This is probably my second least favorite, you know. But it's not a horrible movie. It's just, it's not anything special. You know what I mean? So, that's all I got for y'all. The Nun 2, I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 stars. Go watch it if you want, but you don't need to rush out to go see it. It's okay. Just wait for it on streaming. 3 out of 5 stars. Talk to y'all later.